Hello YouTube, it's Silver Age Dave. Today is Thursday. We're going 3 days in a row on videos. That's a trifecta. I haven't done that in a long time. Maybe it's a turkey if you're a bowler. But either way, I'm doing a video today. Had a lot of great response. Tuesday's video I talked about dividers. Yesterday's video I talked about Robin and some things, and I brought up these 1 million issues that were done by DC in the 80s. And so I got some great questions. And I wanted to talk about some of those. Heavy Hammer Jim specifically had said, hey, I've got this dumb question to ask. And he said, what is that spiral book? And I've talked about this, but it was a year ago. I probably had 100 subscribers. And so most people probably missed it. So I'm going to talk about it again because this got a lot of response the last couple days. Alex, the Comic Hoarder, commented on it. He's shopping for a price guide. Such an awesome guy. He gave his to a dad whose son had died, and the dad wanted to price out the collection. So generous Alex, as always. So he's shopping for one. Don the Comic Junkie had commented on it, and there were lots of other people. Chris M., who's always active in the community, has great questions. He asked me a question, so we're going to try to knock it out of the park right now and do a whole bunch. As I do that, I'm going to take some of that great Alex Comic Hoarder energy, and YouTube, here we go. All right, guys, so we're here at the grading desk. The energy's good. Today is Thursday. And I'm going to try to answer a few of these questions. So, comic book price guides through the years, my eyes were younger and better. I wasn't silver-aged at that point. Now I'm silver-aged. But the old price guides, this is the 19th Overstreet guide. This is comic book price guide. And we had Comic Values Annual over there. I'm going to try to back the camera up a little bit so it doesn't get blurry. This is the book that for years I used, Comic Buyer's Guide, Standard Catalog of Comic Books. It's got so much information. I've got it pre-opened here to Batman, and what I like about this book, I'm going to come in slow and steady to win this race. It's got a lot of information. It kind of foreshadows it. It says, hey, here's where he came from. And, you know, it talks about Tech 27. It talks about the Joker, Bruce Wayne, gives some background. And then you notice it starts here, April 1940, color. At the time, this is an old guide, gave some values. And it talks about that first issue and gives you some detail, which is pretty darn cool. I just love that. And so you can actually research when you're doing the backs of comic boards, and if you want to put more information, you know where to get the information. Okay, so we're going to move out slowly, and we're going to go to this, which is my new favorite friend in Big Toe, the Comic Book Big Boy edition, 47th from 2017 to 2018. So again, from price point, this is, you know, somewhat yesterday's news, but 47th Overstreet edition, and I've got this one pre-tabbed to Batman. So we open this one up. Here's where the Batman stuff starts. They still give you a little story, but you can see on number 1, you know, they've got detail. But when you go to 2, 3, 4, you lose that detail. That's okay. Here's what I like about this book, and I'm going to zoom way out here. The print on this I can read with my old, tired, silver-aged eyes. This one, I can't really read these anymore. I can get a little bit of information, but it's tough. This one, you notice, lays flat when you open it because the spiral bound. So I don't have this V-wedge. You know, in here, I lose a lot of the information into that wedge. Here, I don't lose the information. You can see that this book takes up a lot of space. Even though it's got more information, you got to have it wide open to use it. If you've got a challenged grading desk, the nice thing about a spiral bound is you can just take this book and you can spiral it back, and there you have it. It folds up nice, takes up less space, and you can get to doing what you're meaning to do. So, Heavy Hammer Jim, this is the price guide. You can't find these usually at the stores. You got to look online. They're not cheap, but worth their weight in gold. I'll buy a new price guide maybe every 3 or 4 years. Okay, I'm not selling comics actively. And this is, again, just to help me organize my collection right now and just get some basic pricing. Now, to answer Chris M's question, I had some people say, hey, on those 1 million issues, you can keep them all together, which is true. We can do that. I can also put them with the title. You know, on Batman, at the end of the Batman series, it does have that 1 million issue as is going after, I think it's Batman 713 is in this guide where we were. So, you know, that's another way to do it. So I can keep them all together. If I was going to do that, what I would do, Chris M asked a question, what do you do with the DC 1 million? There were 4 comics in this set when they came out in the 80s. There was 1, 2, 3, and there's 4 up there. And then there was even a DC 1 million 80-page giant. Well, we're going to consult the guide, okay? Not as the Bible, because it's still up to me where I put them. But what the guide says is we come to DC 100-page super special. So this is DC, the letter O, okay? Any numbers, they go to the spelling of that, I'm sorry, guys, of that word. So we go to DC 100-page super spectacular. We go through those 12 issues, or maybe there's a few more, and then we get to DC 1 million, okay? DC, letter O, all right? And that's where those would be stored. And what we'll also notice in here is they also include the DC 80-page giant. So it answers a couple of questions because I'd put those together. Now, I've already filed half of these things, but I may pull them at some point and put them all under DC 1 million and just have the whole series so those are all together. This is an experiment of one. Find your own best way. Don't worry about what Silver's doing. Don't worry about what anyone else on YouTube is doing. Find the thing that's best for you. That's where your collection is truly going to be your collection, and that's where we find our joy, right? So, guys, it's Thursday. Today's the best day ever. Smile a lot. Make someone else's day. That'll make your day better. I'm thinking of you. Thanks for your time. Thanks for choosing to watch the videos I put out. I appreciate you guys. Silver Age Dave is out.